Hmm. Interesting. It's weird because the first season had a very straight line. Like that's what I really enjoyed about the first season is that it set out, it started telling a story, it started introducing us to people, to ideas, to events, all that stuff. So we were getting introduced to all this stuff, and then we went on the story. We knew where the story was going. It was a progression. It was well done. This one, they're keeping it a bit more in mystery. This is the sixth episode of the second season of Daredevil. Regrets only, and it feels like we were headed in one direction, and now it feels like we're heading another one, and it feels like we're heading both directions at the same exact time. You've got you got Foggy and Karen trying to talk to Frank Castle in this episode, uh, trying to get him to agree to a deal. Frank is talking to Karen most of this episode about his family. She's comforting him, helping him remember stuff about what happened the day his family died. And so it feels like it's all set to go. And it's just like all you gotta do is just say, I plead guilty. And then they get to the judge actually in there. How do you plead? And it's silence. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna plead not guilty. Oh crap. And sure enough, I plead not guilty. And I'm just like, dang it. Like it felt like maybe we were ending this story. But now I don't know where this is going because now they actually have to go to trial. Alongside the fact that Matt was working with Elektra in this one, they go to the Yakuza. Well, thought it was Yakuza, but then the guy at the end's like, "You think I'm Yakuza?" So maybe it's the hand, possibly. But anyway, so they're infiltrating this compound, uh, get the key card off a guy, go and find this little ledger that Elektra was looking for. Start looking through it, realize some of it is in code, and so like, what are they hiding? And then that's when it shows the scene with the guy talking to the guy who got his key card swiped. She's like, "You better not have betrayed me." I don't know why I went Russian, Japanese, but holding like a knife, and then one guy standing in the back of the room takes out the two bodyguards that were supposed to be protecting him. But yeah, it was like I said. I don't know where this is going now because you've got that storyline with Elektra. Don't know where it's going. Maybe the hand is involved, but Matt and Elektra are trying to infiltrate this group and really try to push them out of New York. It's very set as far as that storyline. It seems like they're trying to get them out of New York, but it turns out not exactly what they seem. It's going to be a bit more difficult than they thought. So that storyline I've seen before. I'm interested to see where it's going. What exactly is this group's plot? He said, "I'm not Yakuza, so who are they? Are they the Hand? If they are the Hand, what's their point of being in New York? And how are Matt and Elektra going to get them out?" And then this other storyline I thought was going to turn into like he pleads guilty, he goes to jail, but then tries to escape, or maybe Reyes tries to do something to have him taken out, and then he dodges the bullet or something. I didn't know exactly where this is headed, but now all of a sudden he's pleading not guilty. Well, now they have to go to trial. It's much more of the legal aspect of Murdoch's life. It just came out of nowhere. Like 1 second, I'm just expecting this to kind of focus less on the Punisher, more on the Hand, and all of a sudden they both are rising as far as storyline go. So now the funny thing is that they're intertwining these stories. So it seems like, this is going to get really packed. Like, we're going to have all this information thrown at us. But I think that's the point. I feel like the point of this is so we as the audience experience that same packed feeling that Matt's going to feel in trying to help Elektra with this, and also trying to help Foggy with the case with Frank. It feels like they're doing that purposefully so that, yeah, the episode's gonna feel really packed and really crowded, but that's the point, because Matt feels like his life right now is gonna be really packed and really crowded. So I like the fact that they're kind of hinting towards that. Um, and honestly, there's still a lot to go. This 6 episodes in, and it feels like we're just now starting to push the plot forward. And even then, it feels like these plots could still maybe connect later on. Like maybe Reyes is involved with whatever Elektra's doing. I kind of hope that's not the case because I've seen this story before. Mainly in like if you watch crime shows, like think about Sherlock. There, well maybe not Sherlock, sometimes, um, but some crime shows would have like two cases going on. Monk did this quite a few times, where Monk's trying to solve one case, and then the captain and Randy, they're solving another case, and at the end you find out the cases are connected. Psych did the same thing actually. I would like to see them not go that route. I would like to see it where there actually are two different storylines going on, and Matt has to try to deal with both. One is Matt Murdock, the lawyer, the other one is Matt Murdock, Daredevil. I would love to see them take that route and not try to connect them together to make it all, make everything make sense at the end. It's like, oh, see, it was all connected. It just feels like kind of a cop out if they go that route. Just to say, oh, it all ties together, so it was all connected from the very beginning. It would be much more fun to actually have two different things going on at the same time, and Matt's just in the middle of it all trying to juggle his vigilante life with his lawyer life. That's much more interesting to me and much more fun to watch and kind of, struggle with him getting through these episodes like, oh my gosh, he's being pulled both ways and so am I. I don't know whether to say, yes, help Elektra get these people out, or no, go help Foggy and, Karen's there for you. Be there for them. So yeah, it could go either way. But I mean, it's really setting up very well for the rest of the season. Because I'm gonna consider this kind of the halfway point. Well, maybe. I don't know. There really is no halfway point in this. It just feels like the story's going on and on. They didn't really have a halfway point in the first season either. But this is kind of the point where things, I believe, are going to start picking up, and it's just going to keep getting more intense episode after episode. The fighting is going to get more, the story's going to pick up more, characters are going to become, there's going to be more conflict between characters, between the villains and the good guys. It's just all going to happen in these, leading up into these next few episodes as we're building up towards the finale. This is where it starts, I think. Or at least I hope. I hope they don't try to, start with 3 episodes left and just build up from there and try to rush to the epic finale. But I think this is where they're going to start it. I think from here, we're going to start learning more about what Elektra's trying to do. We're going to learn more about Reyes and what she's doing and kind of how corrupt she is. But yeah, it's really good right now. It's really good. It's capturing my attention. It's really got me thinking about what's going to happen next. I like to be left guessing from time to time. I don't like to be able to predict what's about to happen next, and for the most part, I haven't been able to. I really never expected it to take this turn, so it's a good twist. It's not a stupid, unexpected thing. It's not something like, oh, I never would have guessed that because that is just so stupid. It really is a good, unexpected turn of events. So excited to see where it's going. Really excited to see what's going to happen in the next episode. As it builds, as the tension builds, as the story builds, it's all just going to start building up, and can't wait for it. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. What do you think is going on with Elektra and her stuff? What do you think is going on with Frank Castle? They kind of discussed that a little bit, how he's trying to stick it to Reyes. But what do you think is going on behind the scenes there? What do you want to see going forward? And leave a like and subscribe for more Daredevil Season 2. See you at the next review. Peace out.